Hello, I just wanted to go through this one exercise to remind us that it's oftentimes helpful when you're working through a method or an algorithm um, to keep track of the variables and what's happening with each of the variables on paper. And so when I'm solving a problem like this, I oftentimes get out a sheet of paper and pick up a pencil and I record my different variables. And so let's see, in this case, I've got X, I've got Y, I've got Z, and I think that's it. Let's see. This question asks, what is the output when mystery 1 gets called? So this is my actual parameter 1. It gets copied into the formal parameter x, and so I'm going to record that here. Then I go into the body of the method. Y gets assigned the value 1, and Z gets assigned the value 0. Okay. So then I check my while condition. While 2 times y, that would be 2, is less than or equal to 1. Oh, well, 2 isn't less than or equal to 1 at all. So it's never going to do the while loop. So it's just going to print out y space z, 1 space 0. So I could just put 1 space 0 in here. All right. Mystery 6. Okay. So uh, if I call mystery 6, then x is going to get assigned the value 6. So I'll just cross that out and put a 6 here. And then y gets assigned the value 1, z gets assigned the value 0. I guess I still have those kind of right there. And then it checks to see if 2 times y, that would be 2, is less than or equal to x, 6. 2 is less than or equal to x, yes, so it's going to go inside the loop. So y gets assigned whatever y currently is times 2. So I guess that's going to be 2. All right. Z goes up by 1. So Z is now going to be 1. And then I check the condition. Is 2 times y, that would be 4, less than or equal to x? 6. 4 is less than or equal to 6, so we're going to execute the body of the loop again. So y gets assigned the value y times 2. That would be 4 in this case. 2 times 2 is 4. And z goes up by 1. All right. So we check the condition again. This is going to repeat if and only if 2 times y, that would be 8, is less than or equal to 6. 8 is not less than or equal to 6, so it is going to end the while loop. It's not going to repeat the body again, and it will print out y space z, 4 space 2. Okay. So I kind of am starting to see a pattern. Y always starts at 1, Z always starts at 0. And then as I go through, Y gets doubled and Z goes up by 1. So let's see. Next, I want to know what happens when uh, X is 19. Okay. So I guess maybe um, I'll start over. And I know that y gets assigned the value 1, z gets assigned the value 0. And as long as 2y's is less than or equal to x, it is, it goes inside this loop and it doubles y and adds 1 to z. 2 times 2 is less than or equal to 19, so it doubles y and increases z. I can see really I'm repeating these same numbers again, so I'm not sure that I necessarily needed to start over again, but that's okay. I'm going with it now. So let's see. 4 times 2, 8. That's still less than or equal to 19. So I go into my loop again. I double y and add 1 to z. All right. Then I check to see if 2y is less than or equal to x. It is. 16 is less than or equal to 19. So I go into the body of my loop. I double y, and I add 1 to z. Then I check the condition. Is 2y less than or equal to x? It's not. So I'm not going to repeat the body of the loop, and I'm going to print y space z, 16 space 4. So I think for the next one, I can see that I'm basically following this same pattern. So x is now going to be 39, but I suspect, or I can tell for sure, that I'm just going to go through these same y values: 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll end up here. And I'll basically just continue on because now 2 times 16 is less than 39. So I'll go into the body of the loop again. I'll double y and add 1 to z. And now let's see, I'll check the condition. Is 2 times y less than or equal to 39? It's not. So it's going to print y space z, 32 space 5 here. And I think you get the idea. So again, just trying to emphasize the point that sometimes just keeping track of everything in your head leads to mistakes. If you can find some sort of a way to record the value of all of your variables as you're going through, I think you'll find that you come to the correct answer um, a lot faster.